One of the wonderful things about teaching at Wesleyan is we have a lot of freedom to develop courses that we think are somewhat different, particularly for first-year students. These students are coming often away from home for the first time. They're meeting people from all over the world, and they need to adapt to Wesleyan.
Coming from a Boston public school, I didn't really know where I stood academically with everyone, and I also wanted to figure out a way to get to know the students personally. So I thought it was a great class because it was small and intimate, and all the projects were working with each other.
I wanted to take a first-year seminar course in the sciences because that's primarily where my interests are, and I've always loved the radio. I love NPR, I love local radio stations, and I thought it would be a really cool way to learn about all the different things that go into making a radio show.
I think through the radio, I was able to kind of broaden my horizons of how science can be made accessible to other people, because I found that we weren't only stating facts or just like reading out articles, but like finding like new and fun ways of getting information across.
I interviewed a biology professor on campus who was extremely interesting. I got to interview Peter Stay, who is like the head of like energy on campus, really. So we talked about the various, alternative energy initiatives that are currently happening on campus.
My favorite part of the course is when me, Janessa, and Nina worked together to put together this piece about how many cups and bags are being used at West Shop, which is the local food store on campus. And we interviewed all these students about what they thought and edited together in a really fun way. And it was really fun to kind of play with the expectations of the listeners as well as the people we were interviewing, because no one knew what the answer was. And when we revealed it, I think everyone was surprised.
We had a discussion about science and religion and how they're seemingly opposites, but they're both actually different ways of life, and they serve similar purposes for explaining things, from the theory standpoint and from like the cultural standpoint as well.
After taking the Science on the Radio course, I now know that, science is the way to go. I'm deciding to do Earth and Environmental Science as a major, and I can definitely say that Science on the Radio helped me decide that.
The course is dope. The course is cool. I like it a lot.